What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy dMillionaire. We back with another video. And as y'all can tell from the title, man, we got how good is Caitlin Clark actually. And look, y'all, we just watched the Paige Becker's video. The Paige Becker's video was a banger. Shout out to Hoop Dungeon. And look, we got how good Caitlin Clark is. And to be real, man, Caitlin in the league. This is 4 months ago, so this is before she played her first WNBA game. So let's see kind of what his analysis was before she got to the league. Let's see if it's spot on. I feel like for the most part, it's gonna be spot on. Let's get into it.
Caitlin Clark. Do I need to call you the female version of Steph Curry, or do I need to call Steph Curry the male version of Caitlin Clark?
If you were an opposing coach game planning to stop Caitlin Clark, what would you do?
Pray is crazy.
Caitlin Clark has become the face of women's basketball in the past few years. Her influence alone has given women's basketball a never-before-seen attention. And the craziest part is, she's not even in the pros yet. Caitlin Clark has the entire basketball world talking about her. So it's only fair to give our 2 cents and talk about how good Caitlin Clark really is. We'll dive into how Caitlin Clark became the megastar she is today, how incredible her run has been at Iowa, and how we think she'll develop at the next level of her basketball career. Caitlin Clark grew up in the state of Iowa and first picked up a basketball at 5 years old. She was so advanced.
Oh, so look. Peep, hold on. Peep how they spell Caitlin. I be seeing people spell her name like this, and I be like, bro, y'all spelling it wrong. But look how they spell Caitlin. They spelled it like with the Y.
Picked up a basketball at 5 years old. She was so advanced.
That's crazy. Paige picked up a basketball at 5.
Boys rec leagues growing up. She was a multi-sport athlete as well, playing softball, volleyball, soccer, tennis, and golf along with basketball. But once she made it to high school, she made basketball her primary sport and never looked back. She played 4 years of high school basketball and absolutely dominated. She was so incredible that we'd be here for hours talking about every single accomplishment she had. So let's hit on some of the featured moments from her high school basketball career.
She dropped 60.
Year, she had a 60-point game, which was the
That's
second
crazy,
highest
bro. I really
total
do know.
in Iowa women's basketball history.
I know why. That's crazy. I really is tapped in with Caitlin,
scoring
bro.
as a junior, averaging 32.6 points per game. Her senior year was much of the same dominance, as she led the state in points again at 33.4 points per game. She also
W, still your feet.
32.6 points per game.
Still your feet.
Her senior year was much of the same
Step back.
as she led the state in points again at 33.4 points per game. She also averaged 8 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2.7 steals.
That's crazy. She averaged 4 assists. That's not even.
She finished
her
career with the 4th most points and 6th most 3-pointers made in Iowa women's basketball.
Caitlin used to be a pure
scorer.
I love it though.
To become a star
That's the crazy thing. That's what's so crazy. Looking at that, damn, Caitlin, get more into that bag. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of want to see Caitlin like post All-Star break. Like, okay, we seen you in the first half of the season getting your passing bag. You done did your little 19 assists. You got the record. Now I want to see you drop a 40 ball, Caitlin. No funny shit. Like, yeah, fuck all that. Like, fuck the bullshit. Like, drop 4 or 5 straight 30 balls, 25 straight, 25 plus, 20 plus. You feel me? Go on a little 10-game streak of 20 plus. Like, get in your scoring bag, Caitlin. Because I ain't gonna lie, we done seen the pass, and the pass been cool. You feel me? Your teammates is y'all good now. You feel me? I feel like y'all the chemistry that they getting is gonna be real good these last 15 games. But I need to see you score. You feel me? Because you can score, Caitlin. Like, you can really get a buck.
She was ranked
like,
the 4th best player.
Like,
in
she
her
was
class
she was starting to get to the rack and some more shit. But I really want to see her
eventually stay home and attend her hometown school.
Damn, that would have been tough. She would have went to Notre Dame, play with Moki. Under Moki.
Knew how much of a star Caitlin was in high school.
I think Moki would have. You know what? I'm glad she didn't go and play with Moki. I think Moki would have fucked her whole game up, because Moki like to play through her bigs, and Caitlin's a
hometown girl from
generational
Iowa
guard.
Didn't gain much media attention at this point. but even as early as freshman year, she knew she could make a name for herself. She entered her freshman year at Iowa as the team's starting point guard, and in just her first college
people
game
probably didn't
ever,
even know
she gave
who
us
she
a
was.
glimpse into the superstar
Did she
she
drop
would
a near
become.
triple-double?
In her debut, she had 27 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists in a 96-81 win. The rest of her freshman year was much of the same, as she finished her freshman year averaging 26.6 points, 7.1 assists, and 5.9 rebounds per game. Some major highlights from her freshman year was her 37-point performance against Minnesota, 39-point performance against Nebraska, and a triple-double against Western Illinois, which had not been done by an Iowa women's player since 2015. Unfortunately, her season would end in the Sweet 16 to the one-seeded UConn, but her freshman year was one of the best we've ever seen in women's basketball. She was the Division I co-freshman.
I forgot all about that. I forgot she played Caitlin at the start of her career, or the start of both careers, because they both was in the same high school class, Paige and Caitlin. So I forgot. I completely forgot they met in the Sweet 16.
First team All Big Ten, All American honors, and even led the country in total points, assists, field goals, and three-pointers as a freshman. Now,
that's what I'm saying though, bro. Like in the last video, the Paige Beckers video, it was like, you know, he mentioned like how a lot of people was like Paige took Caitlin's spotlight. Like, bro, look at the shit that she was doing on her own. Like, Paige is also still existing in this universe too, y'all. Like, y'all do realize this. Like, what, like, Paige is doing historic, legendary things for UConn, like shit that only Maya Moore did. But bro, Caitlin is putting on for Iowa, doing her own thing and breaking all of Iowa's, like, bro, literally Caitlin Clark got damn near all of Iowa's records, bro. She got the all-time fucking record in points, men's and women's. You feel me? Like, Caitlin really went and did her thing, bro. Like, I don't think people really like, bro, like, as I said, two legends can coexist, but Caitlin did her thing too, though, bro. Like,
why didn't she
feel
just
me?
go one and done and declare for the WNBA draft?
Can't, dummy.
She's clearly good enough to play in the
can't
pros.
do that in
Well,
WNBA.
unlike the NBA,
You gotta play
one and done
3.
doesn't exist in the WNBA.
You gotta go 3 years.
In women's college basketball, players must turn 22 years old the year they opt into the draft. Athletes also need to be
you don't have
4
to play
years
3 years, but
removed
you have to
from
be
high
22,
school
yeah.
if they want to enter the draft.
Yeah.
Players could go overseas and get professional experience before being WNBA draft eligible, but women's college basketball has been known to be the best route to get to the WNBA, so a lot of these women's athletes just stick it out the 4 years in college. So crazy enough, Caitlin Clark had 3 more years of college basketball to play, and this is after breaking records as a freshman. Let's be real, the WNBA draft eligibility rules should be changed, because
honestly, though, I think how the WNBA got is how the NBA should have it, on the lowest of keys. I feel like, bro, because okay, let's think about this, bro. Most NBA players ain't reaching their potential for real until about year 3. Like, Wemby was good year 1, but bro, Wemby year 3 about to shit on Wemby year 1. You feel me? Like, year 3, Tatum is shitting on year 1. Like, it just, like, not to say that you can't come into the league 19, but bro, I feel like you're way better if you don't. And the proof is in the pudding.
Could have played at the pros at this point.
Look at Reed
But since
Shepherd.
The eligibility rules are
Look at
what
Reed
they
Shepherd,
are,
bro.
we knew that we can all just sit back,
Like, Reed Shepherd gonna be a
relax,
problem
and
in the
watch a
league.
historic
Probably collect,
college
like, these
career
niggas that
from
been in
Caitlin
college for a
Clark.
little minute.
Her sophomore year
I'm just
consisted
saying.
of much of the same dominance as her freshman year, and she was slowly becoming more and more of a household name. And she didn't just
I don't know if
continue
Caitlin would
to
have been
dominate,
Caitlin if she didn't
continued
have her
to
3 years
break
in college.
records.
Same for
Her
Angel,
44
same for
points on
Paige.
January 2nd,
All of them.
2022 was the
44,
most
8
by
assists,
any woman in a
O'Grady,
single game at
double,
Carver
double.
Hawkeye Arena.
That was the most points scored by a women's basketball player or just a basketball player?
Was the
A
most
women's
by any
basketball
woman
game
in a
at Carver
single
Hawkeye.
game at Carver Hawkeye Arena.
Damn.
And her stat lines were getting so insane that she was breaking
Bro, she
men's
started to
records
go
too.
crazy,
She
bro.
became the first Division I player,
Stupid. Stay on your feet,
regardless of
Cardoso.
gender, to have a 30-point triple-double in back-to-back games. And although she had multiple 40-point games,
Wasn't that in the
sophomore
Louisville
year,
game?
the one that stands out the most was her
Louisville was the
46-point
40
outing
ball.
against Michigan, which was
Nah,
absolutely
her best
jaw-dropping,
performance
as
was that
25
40
of
ball
those
against
points came in the
Louisville.
fourth quarter alone.
She hit
She
that
won the
Haley
Big Ten
game.
tournament in her sophomore year, which
The
included
Haley
a
game.
41-point and 9-rebound game in the conference semifinal. And although her season ended in a shocking round of 32 loss to Creighton, she finished her sophomore year averaging 27 points.
But that
8
junior year
rebounds,
though,
and
go
8
ahead and
assists,
get to that
and
junior
took
year
home the
now. That
Big
junior
Ten
year, that's
Player
the
of the
Caitlin
Year,
Clark
along with All-American honors. Caitlin Clark's junior year is when she really
That
put
was
her
the
name on.
Caitlin
Caitlin's
Clark.
junior season was nothing short of historic, as she didn't just put up insane stat
That's
lines,
when she
but
was-
continued to break various records. Along with her averages
That's
of
what the wave off.
27.8 points, 8.6 assists, and 7.1 rebounds
Yeah,
per
that
game,
was the
she
Caitlin
recorded
Clark
her
arrival,
7th
bro.
triple-double of her career, which broke a Big Ten record. She also became the fastest player to reach 2,000 career points since the
Remember
year
my reaction to
2000.
that video.
She also moved to second in Division I women's history in total triple.
And that record will probably never be broken. Nah, it's gonna get broken, but y'all see who got that record, you feel what I'm saying? I don't even gotta go and get the jersey. I ain't even gonna make that this, but you feel what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? One of the greatest college basketball players ever to the right, number 20 from Oregon. You know what I'm saying?
Doubles, only trailing Sabrina Ionescu. In the Elite Eight of March Madness,
You know.
she had a 40 triple-double, which was the first.
That
40
game
point
was so
triple-double
tough, bro.
in
That
March
Louisville
Madness
game,
history
that was
in
so
either the
tough.
men or women's
And then she
tournament.
dropped the
In
30-point
the
triple-double the game
Final
before
Four,
that, I
she had an
remember.
insane 42 points, 8 assists, and 6
Yeah,
rebounds.
when she beat
knocking
SC,
off the
that was
defending
hard.
champs, the
That was hard, bro. When she the wave off, the Raven wave off, she should have went and won the championship. I ain't gonna lie, y'all supposed to beat us. Y'all weren't supposed to beat us, but like y'all should have beat us though. Iowa. That would have capped off. That would have probably made Caitlin Clark the greatest women's college basketball player. She would have beat LSU after beating South, after upsetting the #1 team, dropping a 40-point triple-double against Louisville, a 30-point triple-double in, I think, the second game of the tournament, upsetting SC, as I just said, and to go in the championship and beat LSU with Angel Reese doing what the fuck she been doing all season, and Alexis Morris and all of them, Flawed Shade and all that shit. If she would have beat us, that would have been so tough. I can't even lie. That would have been so tough. Yeah, she beat us this year, cool, but she didn't win the championship, so that shit don't hold no weight. But she would have won the championship last year.
40-point games. She led the University of
That
Iowa
would've-
to their first
that would've been
NCAA
it.
championship
Maybe she needed to
in
drop
program
50.
history. Although the season ended in a loss to Angel Reese and the LSU Tigers, Clark had an impressive 30 points and 8 assists, along with 8 three-pointers made, the most by any
Nah, I
player
ain't gonna lie.
in the title.
I'm gonna lie.
Her
I'm gonna tell y'all though. It was a point in this game where I was definitely scared we lost. I ain't gonna front. I think it was like the second or third quarter before Jasmine got hot. Right before Jasmine got hot. Because y'all heard Caitlin hit 8 threes. I want to say she hit like 2 back-to-back. And it was tough threes. Like, it was contested. And I'm like, hold on. I think it was like the third quarter. I'm like, hold on. Caitlin starting to get active, bro. And she's starting to get right, bro. I was kind of scared, I ain't gonna lie.
Also the most by any player in the history of a single NCAA tournament run.
All right,
Of
tough.
course, with all her success, she earned every award.
The Holly
possible.
Road, but she
Conference
everywhere,
Player
bro.
of the Year, National Player of the Year. If there was an award given out that year, she probably won it. Many considered Clark's run as one of the greatest seasons in college basketball ever.
That would have
and
been
she
the
still had
greatest.
to return for her senior year. In just her second game
Oh,
of the
yeah, I
year,
remember that.
she had a
On the football
34-point
field.
triple-double in a win over Virginia Tech.
Oh, no,
In the
not
very
that
next
game.
she became the Iowa women's all-time leading scorer. Then just 1 week later, she surpassed Kelsey Plum for the most 30-point games in women's Division I history. Her
That's
season
so
has been
tough,
filled
bro.
with
I really wish she would've got a
record-breaking
championship, bro.
performances and sheer dominance. She's averaged 31.8 points, 8.8 assists, and 7.3
That's the one
rebounds this
blemish
season.
that, like, not a
But among
blemish,
all of the
but that's the
historic
one
performances
thing.
and record-breaking stat lines, there are 2 records in particular that put her in GOAT talk. The first record she broke was
Points.
held by none other than the greatest three-point shooter of all time, Steph Curry. The record she took from Steph was the most three-pointers made by any player in Division I over a single season, which she broke in her conference tournament quarterfinal way before March Madness even started. The second record she broke was not just the all-time women's scoring record, she broke that easily on February 15th, but the Division I all-time scoring record regardless of gender, which was held by Pete Maravich. She broke
what's
that
so
record
crazy?
on March 3rd off of
Everybody be so much controversy surrounding that. I don't, numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. My dog
There's
Caitlin
no
got it.
denying how good Caitlin Clark has been over the course of her college career. But with all the accomplishments and records she's broken, there is still one major thing she is
I just
missing,
really wish she
a
would have got that
championship.
NCAA. Yeah,
Caitlin
like
Clark
she got
off
no
sheer eye
championships.
test alone might be but adding a championship could help boost her resume to having the greatest college career of all time as well. That the Indiana Fever will select her with the first overall pick in the That the Indiana to having the greatest college career of all time as well. That the Indiana Fever will select
I don't
her
know,
with
maybe
the
that's
first
just his
overall
video.
pick in the WNBA draft. But let's actually break down her game and understand why she is this good and how she'll project as a
But
WNBA
yeah, nah, championship
talent.
would have did it for her though.
Her 6-foot stature is big for a point guard in the WNBA, as the average height for a point guard in the WNBA is only 5'9".
Damn.
She has a great handle, a quick first
Stupid.
step, and attacks the rim with
Stupid.
force and speed,
Excuse me.
and can finish all types of ways. And when the defense collapses to contest her drive, she can pass among the best of them.
Get Stokey.
Her passing ability often gets overlooked from
God.
her incredible
It's a good ass
shot-making ability.
pass. Knockdown.
But she's an elite passer as well.
Stupid.
Her size helps her rebound efficiently, and her lateral speed and size
Give me
allows
that.
her to defend almost anyone on the court.
That's another thing I can
Truthfully,
say.
is the
She gets a
perfect
lot of
prospect
steals
for a
too.
guard in the women's game, and her
Facts.
offensive skill set is the female hybrid of Magic and Steph in the women's game,
Yeah.
and is a talent that has never been seen
Stupid.
before in
Stand on your
women's
feet, Cardoso.
basketball. Caitlin Clark is arguably the greatest women's college basketball player of all time, and her influence on women's basketball has been compared to Steph Curry's influence on the men's game. Caitlin Clark has shined a new light on the capabilities of women on the basketball
Not
court,
yet.
and she is changing the
Not yet. I can't say she has the Steph Curry influence until I start to see like consistently like WNBA players full from deep. Like Curry, Curry ushered in a generation of these Trae Young, even Anthony Edwards ain't even a good ass 3-point shooter, but you feel me? He be pulling from deep because Curry be pulling from deep. Like I didn't see that yet. I ain't see the Caitlyn effect yet on the 3-ball. Until I start to see that, then I can say, you feel
culture
me?
of
She has
women's
the Steph Curry
basketball.
effect. Not yet, though.
There's
Not yet.
living
Hell no.
proof in that statement, too.
Hell no.
Because she is putting
Not
a
yet.
record number of fans in the seats.
Not yet.
The 2023 national championship between Iowa and LSU was the most watched women's basketball championship in history. And the game in which Clark surpassed Pete Maravich for the most points in Division I history was the most watched women's regular season basketball game in 25 years.
Damn.
Caitlin Clark is generational. It
That's
has
crazy.
changed
UConn,
women's
Tennessee, and
basketball
that's
in a
probably
way
'cause
that
that was
has
Pat
never
Summitt
been
and,
seen before. The crazy thing about Clark is that
UConn
people are
coach, I can't
already
remember
putting
his
her
name.
in the women's basketball GOAT
Gino.
conversations before even making the pros. But it doesn't even seem to even matter, because Clark is flashing a shot-making ability that has never been seen in women's basketball before.
Nah, that's a
But let's
fact.
get your thoughts. Can Caitlin Clark be the greatest women's basketball player of all time? Will she live up to the hype in the WNBA? Let us know in the comments below.
So, all right, y'all. So we're from the future. Let's answer that question for him. Has Caitlyn lived up to the hype so far? I think so. I think she's lived up to the hype. But I don't know, y'all. I want to hear y'all thoughts, man. Y'all let me know in the comment section.